I caught myself. I had it mute. Oh,
You did it again.
I did it again, Dana. Hey, YouTubers and friends, how you doing tonight, Flash fam? Good to see everybody. I know, Jern, I know. As normal, the last Tuesday of the month, it's Open Line Tuesday, where we invite you, our Flash fam, YouTubers and friends, to be our guests. So don't go away, because I'll be back with two of my best friends right after this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night, Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night, Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night, Hangout Live. With your hosts, Ed Marvin, and Jess, and Dano. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is a Flash in Your Pan production.
All I see is Jesse, like, her up.
From where up?
The
Your
nose.
mustache up.
That's all you need.
You look like Kilroy sitting there.
How's that? Kilroy.
More better.
Do you know what Kilroy's all about?
Wasn't it a wartime thing?
Well, it was the name of an inspector who went around inspecting different areas of ships and stuff as they were being built, and that was how he signed his work.
Gilroy.
To say that he was there and he checked it.
Right on.
That's why it says Kilroy was here.
Well, I see that Placer Chaser was the first in the room.
Okay, let me move it.
But
he says I look like a gnome with a towel sitting there.
I don't see him now. And then we have Diamond Miner Ivan and Randy Scotty Tony, the world's greatest moderator,
Karen.
our friend Jacob from Chaos Paddlers, which
Cool.
I saw he was live the other day, Jesse. And I go there and it's like all this Asian stuff. I listen to enough Asian and read subtitles when Judy's watching TV. This didn't even have subtitles. It was like news and stuff. Apparently our brother from Chaos Paddlers got hacked. The Chinese did it.
The
Wasn't
sure
the
wasn't
Russians. Could have been the Russians blaming the Chinese.
Could have been. That better no more nomad.
He was just getting too damn good for everybody, I guess. Someone is he's getting famous.
I guess.
My brother James is here.
I see Exploring with the Dog. I see Vicky and Chaos Paddlers.
Baby Girl
Joseph
Mining
Richard.
Company, which they'll be. Mike from Baby Girl Mining Company will be our guest December 3rd.
Cool. The hell is that?
What's
Wait.
what? David.
My screen. There we go.
Dual Paul. I think.
Dual Paul is here.
Well, if Prospector Paul is Dual Paul.
Right.
He's here. In the house.
Cool. Hey, Paul.
Welcome, Paul.
Here. Prospector Paul. How's it going? That's Paul Jarvis from Canada.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get him on tonight.
He makes some good equipment, I hear.
Yeah, he does.
I'd like to try it out, Jeff.
I use his Mini 6 as my cleanup sluice. You know,
I remember you got that from.
Right. And I tell you what, dude, and I did a video where I put it on my hoseless stand too. So it's there, and that's Prospector Paul, guys. Want to check out his equipment? Got some good quality equipment, heavy duty stuff. I mean, heavy duty in the sense that it's not thin aluminum, you know.
I just got a super chat.
Yeah, you know, Ron, again,
Run,
there's another guy.
run for the hills.
There's another guy that makes some really good sluices.
Still not doing that well. I never said I was a rock star. Thank you very much, Ron, brother. Happy Thanksgiving. Colleen Hogan. Vicky, welcome. Doug. Jeremy from Exploring with the Nuggies, blowing up really well.
Cool. Did I say hi to the world's best, most...
You didn't, but I did.
The most bestest moderator on the interweb, Jaren the Magnificent.
Welcome, Peter. Welcome back. And I got a package in the mail the other day from part of the Flash fam, Joseph Richard, and he sent us some trucker hats.
Cool.
And he sent us 3. I also got something from Gold Pro Unlimited, but I can't show you.
You must have not got 3.
Because I didn't get 3.
All right, where's he at? Let me kick him off.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jeff. And you know that jacket that Ray Russo was talking about from that mine in AK?
Yeah.
I got that in the mail, too.
Oh, did you win it?
I got it.
Oh, you got it.
I don't remember where I put it, but I got it. It looks comfy. I don't want to wear it to work, though, because I don't want to thrash it. I'll wear it out prospecting.
Ed, did you remember to bring your opal? Vicky wants to know.
Well, as Jeremy, some ideas. Flash in your pan, gold pan flash. I am more looking for something for a shirt. Maybe a logo. Don't know. We'll have to see. Jeremy from Exploring with the Nug and Crazy Cat Lady, Cat Toy Lady, his lovely wife and co-host of his live stream. So. I thought I saw Brian in here too.
Yeah, he wanted me to call in.
Yeah, he always says that. And our good friend Jim from Video Calling Show, which I hope I might not be able to make the Flash raid because they moved me to another job where I have to wake up a lot earlier. But 10 o'clock when we're done here. I'll do,
Jim. I'll call in twice. You can have me on there and I'll be Ed on one side.
Oh no. That's the evil Ed.
The evil Ed.
Would that be Ned?
So I've been playing.
It is the season for Dano's balls. Yes, it is.
Them to the OSPA meeting. They got a taste of the balls.
Yeah,
I've been playing with my water table. I got a little bit of
I have, when I come home, usually I go out to the shed. I turn on my Spike Strike water table, listen to the water, and I put some cons in it.
And then he goes outside and pees because the water made him have to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go water a tree. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've just been playing with my water table, going through a bunch of. I've got a 5-gallon bucket of minus 50 material that I have not been able to throw away yet because I keep finding gold in it. So I'll run it across the table a couple times, see what happens.
I like it too. Maybe one day you'll win one, Diamond Miner Ivans. He commented about the cup.
About the what?
The cup.
Oh, the cup.
Hey, Ronald, how you doing? Art Radio?
Radio, what's up, Ronald?
I had a little
Hey, Placer Chaser, how are
buffering
you
in
tonight?
there.
I heard you were here, but gone.
He finally made it back.
I see that.
Placer
Hey,
Chaser.
Jesse and Daniel, have you guys ever used a regular 2-inch trash pump for a dredge versus the high output pump? Do you have to use a high pressure pump, 3-inch dredge? What's been your experience? I will let Ed take that because he's the experienced dredger.
I don't use the trash pump with the big old bell on it, something. But I did use my 2-inch was from, no, not Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply. It's a Red Lion, and it works. It works. But not as good as like a Proline pump or a Keen pump or a high pressure pump. Yeah, I definitely go with the high pressure pump like Paul says. It'd be worth it in the long run. Now, if you're just running a high banker or something, no worries.
Right, because you're more looking for water volume with a high banker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vicky, I'd like to go up there, hang out with Flower Gold Wizard and work that beach sand.
He works Lake Superior, Vicky.
Right.
He's from Wisconsin. And
Yep.
Jason will be on the 10th of December. Mr.
Cool.
Flower Gold Wizard. Luke Duke, LBPA
Luke
for life.
LBPA.
Patrick, our buddy
Hey, Patrick.
He found an arrowhead at No Tell 'em Creek. That's as good as some of the chunky in my book. I love it when I find arrowheads.
It's all treasure. It's all
treasure.
That's right. Hey, Ron Shaw.
Right.
From Shaw's.
Right, for Shaw's Prospecting, right.
Yeah.
There, are you happy, Brian? I called in.
Hopefully that invitation will pop up over here and not over there. If it pops up over there, everyone will see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Arrowheads are our roots. Yeah, I guess so. Brian, call in. Why don't we open up the lines since it's their night?
Yep.
Hopefully I have enough room in here for all of it.
Who can we suck in?
I don't know. Well, aren't arrowheads common like all over the place? I mean,
All right,
we,
everybody. Real quick, down in the description, you might have to refresh. There's going to be a series of links and phone numbers. So wherever you may be in the country, you could call in or click on this link here and join us. Thank you very much, Jim. Well, do something and not get bored.
who's bored?
Ron Shaw.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Do something. You know, boredom is a fear. Boredom is a fear of going out and doing something.
Hey, Paul Wheeler.
Paul Wheeler. Hi.
Never heard it quite put that way, Jeff.
Well, get up and do something.
He's, oh, what is it? Robert? Is it Robert Valquez?
Well,
He's a hard rock miner out of Idaho. He's been working a lot. I'm glad you liked your coffee mug, Plaster Chaser. Ron Shaw's been with him quite a bit, working up in his hard rock mines. He's a wealth of knowledge.
oh yeah, is that where he's getting all his ore from? I've seen him
Might
post pictures
be, might
of
be.
him.
But I'd like to get him on the show. He has a cool little mining like museum and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
What is Vicky asking about? I want to know about silicone and gold. I think she must be watching.
People making their own silicone mats.
Right. They do the job. They just don't have the stamina to last for a long time. They deteriorate pretty quick because there's nothing in there protecting from the sun, and
Yeah,
but it does catch
UV.
gold. I mean,
Oh, everything catches gold.
everything. I was just gonna say everything catches gold because gold does one thing. It lays on the bottom and it wants to go to the center of the earth. So no matter what, in any way you can get it to stop in your box or whatever, gold's gonna stop there because it's gonna do one thing. It's gonna go to the bottom. Hey, Thomas Folks, what's up, brother?
Hi, Thomas.
Didn't see Thomas much this year.
No, he's been quiet. Well, he's been posting on Facebook events and stuff.
Gold is awesome, but some of the stuff you find, Ivan's really cool. He finds some really cool crystals. And that diamond you found at the Crater of Diamonds.
Would be cool too.
I'd like to get down there
Yeah, I still got a bag of that stuff from when I was there a couple of years ago.
somewhere.
Somewhere around here.
You have a big
Somewhere
old
around
diamond.
here. Is Zoom like Skype? No. Zoom, you don't have to download. You can just use that link, click on it, and it'll put you in the waiting room.
Well, I think it will take them to a page where they could choose to download the app or use their browser. And you just click use browser and hop on in. You don't have to download it. Here, I'm gonna share something real quick on on your side, guys. Oh, I'm see right down here. I clicked on the link, right? And right here, it says, if nothing prompts from browser, click here to launch the meeting or download Zoom, download and run Zoom. This link right here, you just click on that and you put your name in here and then you join the meeting. See, I can't join the meeting because I'm already in the meeting. So,
Nope. Yeah, I see I'm missing a plaster chaser sticker up there.
does Placer Chaser have a sticker yet?
Oh, I don't know. Does he?
Well, if he does, I haven't seen one yet.
I haven't seen it. That would probably go up there somewhere. If I had one. Hint, hint. And they come in, we have a 3 rule.
And if you need a good place to get your stickers made, it's a little drive for you, Placer, but they do a great job. That's Mushroom Plant Graphics here in Delphus, Ohio.
Hey, you should tell them we don't have one of their stickers either.
I'll have to get some Mushroom Plant Graphics stickers. I have a couple of magnets.
Yeah. I have one from the head shed. Actually, I got 2 from the head shed. This is a good time to remind everyone to turn on 2-step verification on your Google accounts if you haven't already. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, thank you for that public service announcement.
Well, it's about time, Brian.
Just so we can have one.
Yep.
That's a nice guy right there.
Yeah, I bet.
Remember 3, Brian.
Trey.
3 rule. And you got to wiggle the fingers.
I have the 2-step verification on my account.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Jelly Bear, how you doing?
Jelly Bear.
It's raining down his way.
Oh.
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
Brian.
you know what he's doing there, don't you? To save him the shipping cost.
Oh, yeah. Well, a sticker, it's easy. You throw it in an envelope, you put on a stamp, out the door. Not like when you're sending arrowheads or money or coins or silver or gold or whatever. Yeah.
He says saves money.
That's why he's retired at 50.
Right. Hey, I didn't say hi, Ed. The other Ed.
Oh yeah. Hi, Ed. When you get home, say hi to Judy. I know he's at work. Hey, Chris Yeti, Mountain Trading. It's not an auction. It's just a show, Jeff. Joseph.
I got $1. I got a silver dollar you can buy for 10. You want to buy a coin? Hell, I got a Morgan. Come to think of it, I almost gave you that one night.
Oh yeah. But I do have some silver dollars, and I have a nice pretty one here from, oh, where is that from? It's a pound. It has the queen on it. Britannia. Nice Canadian dollar. $3, $5 silver piece. Birdie.
Pretty silver.
Silver's nice.
Silver's pretty.
Gold
I
and
just have all
silver.
kind. I have some really cool tokens from New Zealand and Australia.
Silver and gold. Rudolph will be on before long, boys.
No one's called in yet, huh?
No. Got a really cool Middlesex Newgate Prison halfpenny.
Middlesex.
That's
Middle set.
that's a cool coin right there.
Sure, David, send us each one. $3 gold pieces.
Ooh, yeah.
Sure. I don't mind.
I don't either.
You do what you gotta do.
Although $3 gold piece.
I might have an auction this coming Friday. I'm gonna try to skip a week if I do them. I don't know. I might. So that's if I could get Placer Chaser and Jurin, as you guys put, the weekend crew.
We love them.
I love them. They're great.
Hey, Northern Ohio Railroad action.
Nora.
How you doing? Our friend from Video Call-In Show. Actually, a lot of you are practically locals now.
Adam, what's up, buddy?
Adam, what's up,
Adam, Flash
LBTA.
Trivia.
Nugget gave me
What
one.
was the name of the tree home? To the 17
Mojo, what's up? Hello.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Tennessee, how are you tonight? Hello, is there anybody
All right,
out
it's
there?
just fine. What?
Is there anybody out there?
I was
Is there
reading
anybody out
something.
there?
Someone needs a now I know how Jim feels, or used to feel. Now people are pulling the trigger a lot to get on his show.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You know, I always thought so. I was on it a lot because, you know, his show was new,
Right.
and not a lot of people were calling in. Oh, we have
Well,
two calling in.
Oh, that was one of the-
Our Placer
Oh.
Chaser
the weekend crew is here.
and yes, Mr. Lodak and
What's up, guys?
Placer Chaser.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Wonderful Tuesday evening.
Mojo!
Ow,
Ow!
Mojo.
Got the weekend crew with the week guys.
All right. So how you guys doing?
Good as always.
Well, we didn't get no pre-show
Good here.
with you guys, so I mean, you know, we start all over again.
Yeah, just so you know, I'm pretty much available every Friday, so whenever you want to do auctions, just let me know.
Okay, right on. I know Placer Chaser's been working a lot. Thanks, Darren.
Yeah, here and there.
Sucks, don't it?
What's your schedule like next Friday? This coming Friday?
I'll tell you
What's up,
what, it
Gold Rush
changes
Redman?
more than I change underwear.
Gold Rush Redman, how are you tonight?
Gold Rush.
How you fellas doing?
Oh,
Doing
me,
pretty
I've
good.
been playing with my cleanup sluice.
Seen that. Looks like you're having fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm like you. I work all the time. That's all I do now.
Yeah. Oh, I should.
Past 2 weeks, I've got 120 hours.
Let's all just put in our 2 weeks notice and head to Alaska. How about that?
I'm ready to set it up.
Sounds good.
I'll take
Right.
that chance.
Right now, I'm on a 20-foot
I
tall
gave
walls.
mine already. I'm already there, guys.
You're already there.
Yep. I've been retired now for going on, what, 8 years now. Wow. And guess what? I'm still not bored.
I'm still not bored.
No, I'm still not. I still have no desire to get a job. So
I
that
don't
means
want
I'm,
a job. I just got one. It's like
that means I'm
word.
doing good.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's a 4-letter word. It's bad. I don't know how job's a 4-letter word.
You wanted that job. Our friend Jacob from Chaos Paddlers is going to be joining us.
It funds my adventures, so I have to do what I have to do.
Above and beyond drones. How are you tonight?
Hey, Jim. Boy, several Jims in here.
Yeah.
All right, Jacob, you'll have to pick your microphone. There's a little mic down in the lower left-hand corner with an arrow next to it. If you click on that arrow, you'll get a list of microphones, actually speakers. Just pick your mic.
Pick your poison.
What's up, Flower Gold Wizard? Seen he's been playing with gold too.
Hey,
Fun.
Jason.
That's fun stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It's always a good time.
Normally it's fun if, you know, your better half doesn't try to steal it from you.
Well, let me tell you this. Being married just a little over 40 years, they don't have to steal it. They already own it.
Okay,
No
I see
ideas, Jess.
Jacob got his camera up.
No, see here.
It is Jacob. It isn't the Chinese.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was going to be the hacker.
Yeah, what you failed to do, Placer, was read that fine print, the bottom of the contract. You'll see it.
Keep looking.
Keep looking. It's there. And if you don't see it, just trust her.
I don't trust her as far as I can throw her.
Yeah.
Got your mic.
Louis.
Get it yet?
Oh, you picked a mic.
Hey, no sign language. He's throwing signs at us.
That's one. This would be two. This would be two. And this is the other one. Three.
I was trying to figure out. I had to mute the other one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. YouTube. Right.
Mute YouTube. That'd be a good thing.
Yeah, but now I play that one. All right, I'm good now.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell's going on with Jacob, man?
Well, Diamond Mine Ivans, that's just like TMI.
So he goes commando.
For 10 years, yeah. I did NOM because, dude, underwear there you just shaped, you sweated so much all the time. 90% of the guys went commando. It was just pointless.
Well, you are in the jungle playing commando. So.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah.
Jacob, good to see you back with Chaos Paddlers, and I don't know why they were still able to go live, but when I clicked on the channel name, it took me to a closed channel.
Chaos,
Jacob, you're going to have a little, like 20, 30 seconds delay on the YouTube video.
Chaos, don't watch your YouTube video.
Oh.
Watch the Zoom interface.
Zoom. Pay attention to Zoom.
Otherwise, you will be lost.
Yeah, because there is a lag. I don't know how long of a lag it is. It's a few seconds tonight. I'm not sure.
Depending on where you're at.
When you're ready, unmute. Like he's frozen.
Frozen,
Yep.
questioning look on his face.
Yeah, what?
What was this?
What's up, Nebo? Nebo Gold Adventures.
Nebo, how you doing?
Kevin Hubbard.
Let's see it. Where is it?
I'm gonna impersonate not a great gamer.
Nebo,
I got a message from, I forget who won Nebo's gold.
No, it was Jeff, wasn't it? Smith Gold?
Yeah, I believe so. He got
Was
it.
it Smith Gold or was it Todd?
Didn't Tom win gold? Top Cat?
Yeah,
Didn't
Top Cat. Yep. He's gonna do a video on it, and he's now a subscriber of yours, Nebo.
Yep, Top Cat. Kevin Hubbard, I see him now. How you doing?
Is it me or did Jacob change expressions on his face?
No, he said he
I
locked
still
out.
froze.
He what?
He said he closed it out because he's having some lag on his end.
Oh, yeah.
Are we still on?
Shows him still on.
Nope, now he's gone.
There he's gone. Thank you anyway for trying, Jacob. Hardwire, Hardline.
Yeah, and Paul said he's going to try it on his laptop. I guess he must have been on his phone. So he's going to try again on his laptop, see if he can get in. So I guess he couldn't get in and use his Safari. Wow, that's a lot of cars.
Wow.
Must have got some snow. We've been getting hit. We just had 4 inches here. We got another storm coming tomorrow.
Surprised there's no snow in Utah either.
That's one thing we do get.
Yeah, my sister lives in Denver. They got 14 inches yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you snowboard or anything?
No, it was today.
Me, Ed? No, I don't do any of that stuff.
No?
The only time I'm out in the snow is for work.
Oh. That's no fun. Yeah. Unfortunately, nowadays, only time I'm out in the snow is when I'm working.
Yeah, especially right now. We're on 21 foot tall walls. That's not fun.
Find any river channels lately in your diggings?
I'm on one right now, actually. I haven't had much chance. It's kind of crazy because they dug the foundation's 21 foot tall, but they only dug about 10 to 12 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where there's sand and clay throughout the whole 10 to 12 foot dig. But right where they stop digging is where you start to hit the rock.
That to me, that's just like the coolest prospecting you can do at work.
Yeah, I could get a lot more done if my boss didn't want me to work.
Yeah, right. Made you work for your pay.
Jacob's back. Let's see if he has better luck this time.
Just tell them to leave the keys in the backhoe, Jaron, when they go home for the night. You'll spend a couple hours.
I'll take the keys.
Can I bring in a
we
wash?
don't do the digging, so the machines are usually gone by the time we get there.
Yeah, he forms the foundations and the footers. Footers and foundations, not the prep work.
No one's going to attack. Put your hands down. It's okay.
We can hear you too. We hear you and we see you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck was going on, but that was crazy.
The Chinese did it to you, huh?
Those doggone Chinese. If it ain't the Russians, it's the Chinese, I tell you.
I couldn't believe it.
So are you out of the, are you locked out of that that YouTube page out? You know, that happened to Adam too, a couple years back on his trip out west.
What
Yeah.
happened was I opened up an email that stated that I had too much spam on my account. I asked my buddy, I'm like, what is this? And then he sent me a message saying that my account was deleted. So I freaked out and started clicking on the email, and I just gave my password up.
Oh,
And 2 weeks went by, nobody did anything with the account. And then all of a sudden, the Japanese or the Asians, or whoever the heck they were, took it over.
Yeah, they were live streaming a lot of Asian stuff, dude. I'm like, what the heck?
any good content?
He must have been hacked.
No.
No. Well, I mean, you know.
They
Well, that's
had,
nice,
uh,
yeah.
they had
So
it
you're
up
saying
there
you didn't
talking-
get hacked, you got fished?
Pretty much. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
But they-
there's
they
a
considered it, so
yeah.
Be
anytime
very
I get-
careful with your emails, people.
Anytime I get an email like that from somebody that I may have an account with, I don't click on that link. I go to my account separately because that's Podesta.
Fish, Luke, Duke, yes. Where a scammer or someone with not good intent, they send
Jared,
out
PH.
emails or texts, and whatever you do, don't click on links in those.
Nope,
Even
I go
on there, some of them look legit too, like ones from YouTube and stuff, and
or your bank or
right,
any
even
of
your
those.
company.
Right, even your company, anything that comes through email and says you have a problem on this certain account or that certain account, I don't click on that link. I go to my account with them and find out if there's a problem,
Right.
because that's exactly what that link is. It's just hoping that you click on it so they got another one.
David, Colleen, yes, total a-holes.
What's up, Bob Dip?
Bobby,
He was lurking.
he's lurking. Is Ghana in here lurking too? She's a lurker, you know.
I don't know if y'all can actually see this. I'm gonna bring up the email, and I doubt you'll be able to see it on my phone. I'll try to see if I can get it in clear. It looks legit.
Well, sure. But I bet you if you look really close at that email and your regular account,
A real legit.
the other place you can check too before you go anywhere is open up your detail email and tell you who actually sent it.
Yeah, and after the fact, I started clicking on everything and did all that. My buddy told me I should have checked the email.
Because when I used to sell a lot of stuff on eBay, they try to fish for you that way too. They'd send you emails supposedly from eBay, supposedly from PayPal, and you're like,
And a lot of the times it'll look like it's from them. It'll say like, support at ebay.net or something. It'll just be something just a little off. Just
Right. Yeah, you got to look really careful because sometimes it can be just nothing more than a L used as a 1 or a 1 used as an L or just some simple or maybe a dash or they spelled something just a little different, looks
Right.
exactly the same. I mean, it's happened to me. You know, it's
and
probably
like
happened to everybody at
Jim
least once.
from Above and Beyond Drones, our
it doesn't
buddy
happen
Jim.
to me.
check the
everybody
return
except for the world's
address.
greatest moderator, of course. It wouldn't
That's
happen to
why
him.
he's the world's greatest moderator.
That's right.
His Ethernet senses start tingling.
I've actually shown a couple of them on my Facebook.
Right,
So
I've
kind of
seen
showing
them.
people to beware of them.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. What had happened was I was at work and I texted my buddy and I was like, listen, what is this? And he threw out a picture of an account that has been deleted. He goes, man, that's legit. You need to click on that, blah, 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 just joking around. He didn't realize I just went over there and started clicking.
Oh,
Dude, I was just joking. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Even when people send links in your private messenger and stuff like that on Facebook, or send you something,
I don't know if it's
yeah,
gonna.
you can't really read it, but
you can't.
no. But even I've had people send me well, especially on private messenger, right? You get those links. I never click on those, simply because I don't know. And then if I do, and it tells me I need to sign in somewhere on Facebook, especially I'm already on fucking Facebook. Excuse me, beep. Beep. I'm already on Facebook. Why do I need to sign in again?
right.
So I don't, I know that's a scam right there. If you gotta sign back into what you're already into, don't do it.
Yeah, I screwed up. I mean, and I regret it. I've gotten a hold of the YouTube support, and I'm so iffy about if they're really YouTube support or not now. But I got a hold of them, so they got a hold of me and gave me the, it's legit now, but they're still investigating it. So it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next month.
Yeah, I don't know that Adam's ever gotten his taken care of. I know he had to go through a bunch of stuff when he was. See, what happened with him was he was traveling out west, and if your phone is open to Wi-Fi, while you're traveling, you pass a place like a Starbucks or a McDonald's.
You have to log in, and if you log in wrong, you're visible to other people.
Right. So that's how they get you.
There's where a VPN comes in here.
Another thing they'll get you with is like Bitly links, the shortened URLs.
Oh yeah.
I just don't click them. I don't care who they come from.
Yeah, I don't click links in emails, especially.
Oh.
Most of my stuff, I just go and delete.
I bet you Jacob's going to be doing that a lot more often, aren't you?
Delete. I don't know who the hell you are. I'm not trying to buy no hair cream or nothing like that. Delete.
I done told the YouTube support. I said, if you ever send me anything on email, I'm not going to click on it. So just don't forget. Just forget about it.
If I send you anything in email, Jacob, I'll text you first and say, I'm going to be sending you something. It's either going to be from this email account or Flash in Your Pan account.
Well, the good news about me being gone for 2 weeks, I tried to see if I can get my account back, so I waited. Being gone for 2 weeks, I learned how to scuba dive.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Hey,
that's cool.
The silver lining. Hey, Ed, you want to throw the Zoom link up there again for Paul? Now that he's on.
Made it back.
Yeah, he said he made it back.
I'm too busy Pornhubbing.
Yeah,
John Deere, Utah snuck in there.
Hey, Matt.
In our channel. What the heck?
I just sent Matt's package out today. So
64 days to retirement, Ed, for Nebo.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
You didn't say, is that with or without vacation, saved vacation time? A lot of guys do that. They'll save up their vacation that last year, last couple of years.
And then if they'll allow you to roll them over,
Right.
and then
There's Todd. What's up, Todd?
Speaking
that
of the
many
devil.
days.
Yep, I have guys do that all the time. Not me. I signed the paper and let me out of here.
Well, I mean, like if you have 2 weeks left and you have 2 weeks of vacation.
Right.
Hi guys. Yes, I want my vacation pay.
So I heard a really funny gold story the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Here it goes. I'm going to try to remember it. As a young boy enters a gold mining shop, the gold clerk whispers to one of his regular customers, "This has got to be the dumbest kid in the world. Watch, I'll prove it to you." The clerk puts half an ounce gold nugget in one hand and a gram of gold placer flakes in the other hand. Then he calls the kid over and he says, "Hey, which one do you want?" The boy picks the gram of placer flakes, so the clerk happily gives it to him and the kid leaves. The gold clerk turns to the regular customer and says, "See, he never learns," as he laughs hysterically. Later, when the customer leaves, he sees the same young kid walking out of another shop. He says, "Hey kid, may I ask you a question? Why did you pick the gram of gold placer flakes instead of the half-ounce nugget?" The boy pulls out a vial filled with gold placer flakes and he's added up over the years and he says, "Because the day I picked the half-ounce gold nugget, the game would be over."
That's true. But that's not as bad as what's his name? That one comedian, Dice.
Dice Andrew Clay.
No. What the hell is his name? He's a YouTube guy.
Oh.
Andrew Dice.
Are you talking about the political guy?
Yeah, the guy that.
Oh no.
The 10-ounce silver bar or Hershey bar.
Andrew Dice Clay was the TV comedian.
Right.
You're talking about Mark Dice.
Mark Dice. Thank you, Jim. Yes, Mark Dice. Asking people if they want a 10-ounce silver bar or a Hershey bar.
Well, he's in Southern California by San Diego at a beach town. They're all a bunch of stoned idiots.
Stand in front of a pawn shop that buys the silver and gold.
Yeah, you can go to a coin shop to have it checked out. I need to unmute. Oh, it's unmuted.
I just took that gold out of his hand and walked away with it.
Well, he's done it with a gold coin, like a Krugeron, and he's done it with 10-ounce silver bars. And I always said, if I'm down there, there's some good longboarding breaks in that area too. So if I'm ever back in California, down in that area, and I saw Mark Dice on the corner with a handful of silver bars and a handful of Hershey, you know what I'm taking, brother.
Well, you better look the part, though.
Well, if you had Reese cups, you might think twice.
That's what I was just thinking.
Hey, that is my drug of choice. Reese's peanut butter cups,
Yeah. Let's say hi to our friend, Prospector Paul from Do It All Paul.
How you doing, Paul?
Can we hear you? Are you talking yet?
Oh, he has a mic pick. You might be paying attention to YouTube.
Turn YouTube volume off.
Put it.
Mute it, I mean.
Way down. We do have a picture, though. Not looking too bad.
Nope. Yeah, we see you. We just don't hear you. Did you pick a mic?
Well, it shows he has a mic, but
yeah.
Dano?
On my iMac that I'm on, it told me to sign on to my computer video, and then it shows on the microphone, it shows computer audio on the side. So that may be something that could help him if he has an iMac. It was kind of weird for me to start my live stream up.
Hey, Ray Russo, how are you today, buddy?
Hey, his barn's looking really good as shot.
Yep.
Nope, says mic is off. I'm trying. Okay.
Victoria, the whole kids watching the YouTube, that's the parents' deal on that. If you'll just put on there, it's
not for kids.
You'll be fine.
Not for kids. Well, yeah, actually, in the law, there's a gray area there for mixed, but YouTube doesn't give that option.
Yeah, they don't.
What happened was they got sued and they lost the lawsuit. So now they have to implement that you have to manually set is your channel videos geared towards children or not.
Right, right. But by the law,
it's still YouTube and Google's responsibility to make sure that they don't allow underage kids sign on to their platforms.
That's true. That's true. Unfortunately, though, they're after creators, the FTC.
Yeah, the issue was with ads. Ads were targeting kids that shouldn't have been targeting kids, and
well, not just
the issue was they were collecting data from kids.
Right, collecting data. Right. That's what they didn't want. Unmute his mic, Ed.
Okay, I'm muted.
No,
hey,
I heard something that time.
I heard something.
Yep. I heard you.
Am I available? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
hear you.
So I can bend sheet metal and I can build a sluice box, but I cannot run a YouTube channel.
That's cool.
Same here. No.
Yeah, you have problems with the internet itself.
Yeah, I Canadian connection.
I use one of Paul's cleanup sluices, the Mini 6. Fucking, it's awesome. That's all I can say about it. I love it because I can classify my material down to, quarter inch, eighth inch, and just run it hard over it, run it soft over it, depending on what I got. And right now I'm rerunning everything that I've run in the past, classifying it down, because I'm trying to get it down to minus 50s. And I've got almost a full 5-gallon bucket of minus 50 material that I'm going to run over the water table. I don't have your newest water table. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint, hint. Hint, hint.
But I got a regular water table that I got from that I won, so I'll use it. It works.
We're gonna have another mat to add to that Mini 6. I think coming out hopefully real soon if things work out. We'll have the micro mat to throw in there, so a guy will be able to dial down the flow rate.
Cool.
Run a little bit slower, and you'll probably be able to pick up some of that. That mat's it tested out really well with my testing I did the other day. I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, I know. I was on your live stream. You were surprised it caught the big gold that it caught, weren't you?
It actually blew my mind. I didn't expect it to have the recovery it had, because really, from my understanding, that particular mat is kind of designed for running ore, right? It's for 400 mesh kind of gold. So I really wasn't expecting the cells to stay active. I thought they'd become saturated and that'd be it. But really, the mat stayed active the entire time. Even when I was running the 8 mesh material through there, like it just poured right through there, and I lost one piece of substantial size gold compared to what I was collecting. But I caught 9 other pieces. So really, 10%, and I'm running so far out of spec. So I was pretty happy with that, right? Like, honestly, I'm running it for failure at that point, and to have it do as well as it did, it's pretty impressive.
Well, you saw that video I sent you. The with Paul's equipment, powder coats them, and that slick plate that's in front of this the mat, it actually holds the gold. I mean, I had a couple of nice chunky pieces that just sat there the whole run. I kept just dumping dirt on, like the way you were doing it, just dumping it on there, trying to make it, go into the
push it for
the
failure.
cylinder. Yeah, right. They wouldn't move. All 3 pieces just sat there the whole time.
I got a video back from a customer that's got one of my 8-inch high bankers, and it's running the concentrator mat in, which is the high-low profile. And he was running at 14 degrees, which is, way steeper than I run my mini cells up here for our gold. And he sent me a picture. It's all top row gold, and I was like, whoa. And the water is vicious, and he ran a substantial amount of material, but yet the recovery is still at the top. And those are the results that we see with DreamMat over and over and over again. And whether the haters want to disagree or not, it starts at the top and then it turns into a slick plate until it slowly works its way down, and you can see the V pattern of gold repeated over and over again, right?
Matt gone digging there. Just got in.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Gone digging. What's up, Matt?
You have a dry suit, Jacob?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can talk.
Anytime you want to jump in, you got something to say, say it.
Matt, I do not have a dry suit yet. I'm hoping to get one soon. Right now, the people at Mermet Springs, the owner, invited me Saturday to go, and he's going to provide me with the dive equipment that I need. I got 6 dives in so far, and then this will be my 7th, so I'll be able to bring the camera down since I'm not getting taught how to scuba dive now. So they didn't want me messing with the camera while I was getting taught.
No, they didn't want you filming you drowning, right?
Right.
on their dime.
Yeah.
I'm doing really good, Matt. Thanks for asking. When I was in Oregon last month, Jacob, I hung out the day of the night I flew out. I was with Jared from Adventures with Purpose, while him and Sam from Sam the Adventure Man were pulling out this old, like 69 Volkswagen Bug out of the Willamette River.
Pretty neat.
It was cool just hanging out. It was kind of boring on my side. I've been trying to shave down the video of it because it's all behind the scenes, So it's looking at 2 guys carrying swimming around with markers, and then with float bags, and then it's can't see what they're doing, can see everything else, and me talking a little too much. But it was cool. He was a really cool guy. And same with Sam. He was a really cool guy too. But
Jared, as you guys know, I'm pretty tight with him right now, and he's actually going to be coming to Kentucky, and that's almost the sole reason why I got my scuba diving license, is to dive with him. In January, we're going to go down to Cumberland Lake, and we're going to recover something incredible.
Oh, so, cool. I might have to make a trip down there.
You already know it's there?
Something that has been seen, and they have an idea where it's at, and we're going to go down there and recover it.
Oh, cool.
But you're not saying what it is.
No.
I figured that. I can tell by the way you didn't say it.
It's something pretty cool. And so I spent the money, I got the dive equipment, or not the dive equipment, but I got the training. So
what did that cost you?
Yeah.
I know it's not cheap.
It's like I think it was around 500.
Yeah. I know here in Toledo, they have a scuba shop where they train you. This starts at $700.
Yeah, the training is real expensive, and I got the open diver, the open water dive course, and the dry suit dive course. Now they have a selection of probably 20 to 30 different training courses that they do.
Well, here's something that's funny about that too. Before I went down to Alabama to dredge, I wanted to learn a little bit about diving. So I called the dive shop up, and they won't just teach you a few things. You have to take their full course. If you're going to go through them, you're going to be trained. You're going to be certified. If you're not going to do that, then they don't want to train you.
Yeah, I got. It took me 2 weekends from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 at night.
Yikes.
So it was definitely a killer to go out and make 3 dives in one day, and then turn around and do it the next day.
Wow.
There's a Corey here in Lima, Ohio, that they give lessons at too. I wouldn't mind getting certified.
Let's just say that this item that this thing that we're going to pull up is probably going to be worth over $100,000.
Oh, cool.
So it's probably not a cannonball then, huh?
No.
Gold cannonball.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be a cannon.
And if I don't feel comfortable on the dive, obviously I'm not going to do the dive, but I will be with Jared.
Right.
We're going to see if the lift bags that he has will be cheaper to fly or him to ship them to me, and then I drive them down there. So.
Oh, hell's bells. I just might have to show up there. Do another behind the scenes.
Let's all go.
He's supposed to do this after his cruise. So
when did you get back?
Jared went from 5,000 subscribers. He was like right next to me. We were going neck to neck, growing, and then all of a sudden he started scuba diving, and his channel went.
Oh.
And then obviously I fell to the bottom.
People like to see what they can't actually do.
Do what?
People like to see what they can't do. That's why I like them diving videos. It's
right.
Yeah. It's really neat. Like,
like
this next Saturday, I'm going to be feeding record. And when I was doing my dive training, I wish I had my camera on me, and it made me aggravated because I think I seen a world record bluegill. That's something that's so small. I don't even know how long. It was just, when he was training me, I was looking at him, then all of a sudden I just looked over here and I was just like,
did you train at that same Corey that had that bus in it and all that stuff you photographed with that sub?
Deep Trekker? Yep.
Oh, cool.
So what I'm gonna do is on each of my videos, I'm gonna give you my dive plan, and I'm gonna go to a certain item down there, and I'll do videos like that, and then whatever I see on the way, it'd be pretty cool to do that. But cool. I'm definitely gonna feed those ginormous fish.
Remember when Jared from Adventures with Purpose was on the first time, and I said he was gonna go off like a rocket?
He did too.
He is.
I think he's at Adventures with Purpose. I think he is at I don't know, 101,000.
Yeah, I think he just passed his 100,000 subscriber mark. And I on Facebook I commented on it, and I said by next year you'll be at 500,000 next year this time.
I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure he will be.
I won't guarantee it. He's pretty personable. You know how he's kind of comical and dad joke type guy in video? He's like that in person too. He was a really good guy.
He was fun to talk with.
Hey,
Imagine
Zoltan.
having a big channel like that. It'd be so hard to connect with your chatters.
Oh, well, and think of all the work involved too. I mean, that's, you know, the more subscribers you got, the more work you got to pull into it. What the hell is that?
Right?
Somebody's
dog come in.
Stampede!
Somebody's dropping off meat for the dogs.
Oh.
Sorry. My bad.
They're like, meat. Ah.
Don't get your hand in the way.
Reminds me of them old bacon, it's bacon!
Yeah.
Canada's hunt season.
Yeah.
What part of Canada are you in, Paul?
I'm in Edmonton,
Alberta.
Alberta.
Yep.
The largest populated, most northern city in North America. And that's my son.
Oh, come on.
Come on, dog's not cooperating. The thrills of life.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I'm a family man. Anybody that knows me, it's part of it. Right.
Hey, it is what it is, you know. And this is live entertainment, so they get what they get.
Entertainment, it'll be.
See, and you were worried about being entertaining, Paul.
I know that I do enough goofy things to entertain people.
Good night, Mojo.
Later, Mojo. Ow.
Ow. Hey, crap, my dad makes me watch. How you doing?
It's crap.
You should see some of the crap that their dad makes them. No, I'm just.
It's what he makes his kids watch.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, go to his channel, Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch, and watch the reaction of his kids when he tells them about these new rules.
Why is that how to stare at the kitchen?
I'm on the internet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
See, I think Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch, his channel might be one of those ones that's going to be, I don't know, am I directed towards kids or do I got to go 18 plus?
You know, that's the thing, because he doesn't, I mean, I don't think his stuff is geared towards kids, but he has his kids in
has kids in there, and they would be considered actors.
Right. It was.
That's one thing with the stuff I've done with like Teen Prospector and Placer Chaser. Their kids are in the videos, but the video's not towards kid. It's not made for.
It's more for family.
Right. It's that gray area that we get no choice.
I exploit my kids all the time. They test my equipment. That's their job.
There you go.
Kid can make it run. It's worth it.
Yeah.
They should be part of it too. Get them while they're young.
Exactly. Right. You know, and that's what that's what it's about, right?
You want to see if a piece of equipment's gonna fail, give a kid an opportunity to run it. If it catches gold after, you know that chances are it's a good piece of equipment.
Yep. Oh, look who just showed up! That
we have
guy.
Dennis Dayton in the house.
Dennis Dayton's in the house. Hey, Dennis, what's up?
And we have David Peterson of Dream Mat.
I didn't see Dennis Dayton. I saw Dennis.
Oh, it is Dennis.
Came in and saying some political stuff, so I warned him.
Oh.
Yeah, he did it again.
That is Dennis.
No more.
Dennis.
That
not Dennis Dayton.
Yang is your last warning.
You get one warning. That's it.
I just told him come in,
The
say
only
hi,
politics-
talk. You know, don't just come in here with that stuff.
Right.
So I just kind of looked at a little bit of that crap my dad makes me watch, and so you're saying that I can't have my son on my videos anymore?
It's a
That's that
fine
gray area.
line. It's
Let's just say the only way to 100% not get in trouble with YouTube is to not have any kids in the video.
They
Or
can
not,
ban
dude.
my videos.
Yeah, you know, there's other platforms, people. So
Right. Twitch is always an option.
Hello.
right.
hello.
It's my job as
pause.
a parent.
Pause, son.
Yeah.
We'll stick a
Kinda like-
space. No, don't stick a space out here. Otherwise, we'll have to.
We need a disclosure.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think excluding children from what we do and having to remove them from videos and stuff, it's pretty crappy.
It is because you know, like look with us, our Boy Scouts
Yeah.
painting demonstrations. What about that? Is that where are we at with that?
How
You
far
know?
down the rabbit hole you want to go?
Right. You know.
Right? You know, I feel as a parent, and if I'm okay with it, because I'm not giving out any information. Yeah, I mean, it's my son, but I give that permission for him to be on there with me.
Right. And that's where all the pressure should lie on is with the parents and the platform, not necessarily the creators. Creators only doing a certain thing. Now, if they're creating for kids specifically, that's one thing. But if you're just creating, let's say our topic being gold, treasure hunting, that kind of stuff, equipment, this type of stuff, and there's kids in there because we're teaching them, you know, that goes beyond being level-headed about the whole thing.
Well,
You know,
Jim from Above and Beyond Drones. I heard the speech from the FTC and he said it. He said it's like shooting fish in a barrel. YouTube is the barrel, creators are the fish.
right.
Well,
And
YouTube could solve this whole thing by just doing KYC, know your customer, where you have to have ID. They have to
Right.
verify you, and it would all be over.
My
Right.
granddaughter at the age of 9 signed up for Facebook. I didn't want her to do it. She did it anyways. And then, you know, and what do you got to do? Click the box. Are you over 12? Yes. Okay. You've got it.
Yeah, and that
No.
contract's not with us. That contract's not with us at all.
No, it's with the sneaky little kid that got on there at 8 years old saying they were 12 or 13. And now they're watching everything. You know?
GoPro Unlimited. You know what they just said. Where the parents at? I mean, shouldn't they be monitoring what the kids are doing?
Absolutely.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
You know how many
I know my
Facebook
son-
accounts are like by kids that shouldn't be on there?
Right. Like I said, my granddaughter did it. And there's no way for the platform to really be able to know whether you are 18 or not when you sign on to Pornhub. You know, they don't know.
Well, Bill,
Just because you check you
Bill.
are.
Ohio, Bill, he said that way they won't get the 42K. It's not YouTube that's getting the 42K.
It's the creators.
They could fix this for us.
Yeah,
Yes.
they could. Instead of finding creators that kind of money per video. What is it? 41
that's-
something $1,000 per video.
Right. Per offense. And then what crap my dad makes me watch says, you bet every YouTuber my kids watch. And that's what you should do as a parent. That's your responsibility.
I skipped
mean-
that step. I don't let them watch YouTube.
There you go. That's fine. That works.
Is that why you didn't have any content, Ohio? That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I'm saying nothing. My kid's in the living room playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
And they're so vague too on everything.
If a parent wants to let their kids watch this stuff, that's fine. That's up to them. That's not anything that a creator can control. So, but let's beat the back of the creator because they're the bottom rung of the totem pole, right, or the ladder.
I wouldn't have
From what I
deleted all your content, Phil.
I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
From what I understood is like if it's directed toward kids, like if I'm playing with Keegan with his toys, that's directed toward kids. If Keegan's fishing with me, which Keegan's my son, if anybody didn't know, it should be fine.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Should
your
be.
channel's not like always one type of content, so you're not directed as at children.
Exactly.
We could use munchkins or oompa loompas as kid props.
Anytime anybody steps up to try to parent your kids, I think that's where your problem lies. If your kids are on any social media, if they're watching any television, if they're reading any books, the responsibility of what your kids are seeing lies on their guardian, their parent. And
right.
Oh, I agree totally.
Stepping over that boundary, I have a problem with it because my kids, I monitor what they do, and it's my responsibility to explain to them the things they see. Now, there's parents out there that are just letting their kids go wild on this stuff. It's going to not turn out well for them. But that is a parenting issue.
Right. And definitely, that's the bottom line. It is a parenting issue. The parents aren't watching it. Look, I've been listening to some younger people speaking about what they see on TV and stuff. And it seems to me that a lot of them are being taught the basic fact that what you see on TV 9 out of 10 times is not real. Not real. That monster's not real. Those people didn't do that. It's not real. It's a script. They write them.
The same thing with them YouTube channels. My kids follow a lot of YouTube channels, and someone's got to step up and be like, the things you're watching, these people are making for entertainment. They're not. No one's running around trying to shut down the internet. This is a made-up thing, and they need to understand that. And that's a parenting thing.
Right.
So, censorship is always going to be a weird area.
That's the government should be stepping in and telling us what we can and cannot say or do, right? That's up to the individual. That's up to the parents of younger kids to teach them. It's not up to the government. Oh, I did it. I went over that line.
Basically, if YouTube thinks that your videos are for kids 13 age or under, they're going to turn off personalized ads and comments and notifications on your videos to your subscribers.
Comments and
no comments. So if you click on there, this is for kids, you will not be able to have comments. You won't have any the other stuff, any of that other stuff that goes along with it.
Right. Now, as of right now, they're scrambling to do it manually, but once they get the algorithm in place to where they take care of it, if that algorithm detects that there's anything in your video, whether it's, by speech recognition or anything like that, it'll automatically turn off the comments. It won't show notifications to your subscribers, all that stuff. That's what's really going to suck because everybody knows those algorithms always get things wrong.
Right. Absolutely. Oh, dude, I'm an adult that likes to build stuff with Legos. What's going to happen with me?
Exactly. That's exactly my point.
And I build skyscrapers and I build a Titanic out of 20 million Legos. Is that for kids?
Well,
you could have
like
a 30-minute video and have a 3-second segment where you're like, oh yeah, and my son found his first gold nugget, and if it picks that up and flags your whole video for that, that's what's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let my kid shovel in my sluice box anymore. That's slavery, right?
Yeah. Child labor.
our
15 bucks an
government
hour.
or your government had their way, they'd do that crap.
15 bucks an hour. They need a social insurance number. The only thing they're gonna get's a swift kick in the ass. That's the honest truth. They're gonna learn to grow up to be the right kind of people, not the monitored people.
I'll tell you what, Gold Pro, cable's getting ready to go down the drain because everybody's switching to the streaming platforms like Fire Stick and all those other ones.
Oh yeah.
And the
Almost a
reason,
dying thing.
yeah, and the reason I think the FTC is focusing on YouTube is because they're actually like the biggest platform at the moment for this type of videos,
Right.
So
The only
they're
one
the
that's
biggest,
not
and they're the ones that got caught. So
exactly.
Well, everybody's got a smart TV now, so YouTube is like cable.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Only
somebody's
the
gonna
business
step up to
platforms
monitor.
like Netflix that don't do ad-based revenue, like they're fine, but like Amazon Prime, how they do the ad-based revenue, or Hulu where you can watch it with ads,
Yeah.
those are going to get hit really hard.
Lifeline.
I had a few videos. My son says, "Daddy, you're on YouTube for kids, right?" I'm going, "Oh shit." Billy, sorry, but I was. I had like 2 videos on there, and I'm like, "Oh no, this ain't gonna be good."
I
But
think I'm lucky
I'm
nobody
under it.
watches my videos.
Me too.
Yeah, but you have to think about like take King of Random. He does they do all kinds of cool experiments and make stuff and all kinds of projects. It's in the gray area. Their audience is a mixed audience.
Well, what about like that What's Inside guy?
Oh yeah, there too.
All it
His
is,
son.
they disable the comments, they don't notify your subscribers, and they lower the ad-based revenue on those videos. It's not like they completely ban your channel or anything. It's just it hurts the content creators.
Oh
It
yeah.
brings it down to like 40 to
Sounds
70% income.
Sounds like room for a new platform.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be a new one, but then the FTC will go after them.
Yeah, there's a few out there, but none of them. There's a lot of top YouTubers that kind of been mass exodusing, and they've been trying other ones like BitChute and DLive. And it's just hard to get all your followers to move over there, but there is a decentralized platform out there for all of us.
Yeah, I'm on BitTube, but they changed their format.
Yeah, there's
And
another one called BitChute. There's like 5 or 6 of them out there, and everybody's kind of just trying to find the one that's going to be working the best.
right.
Till FTC gets a hold of that platform.
Facebook.
Crazy for gold prospecting. How are you tonight?
Welcome.
So my cable choice goes away at the end of the year. PlayStation View, need to find a replacement for it before it goes away. May have to go back to Hulu. I don't know. YouTube itself is getting into the business of running movies.
Oh yeah.
Also,
you could pay for YouTube Premium and have a bunch of ad-free stuff and watch. YouTube has lost its roots.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the other thing, though. YouTube is definitely not decentralized, and anybody who is monetized knows that because they do have your information to send you the payments and stuff. Whereas, like the decentralized, they have nothing on you. It doesn't matter if they flag your videos or do whatever. The FTC, they don't know who you are.
All week, the last couple weeks actually, it seems like every live stream that I've watched or been on always comes to this subject. no matter what the original subject was about.
Oh, because it's the new big bump in the community of millions of creators.
Right.
Yep.
You think Hollywood likes us? Hell no.
Oh, heck no. Bill go, oh, relic. I'm going to go back to my analog Etch-a-Sketch. So nobody knows I'm watching it but me.
See, and
Good
the other thing
idea.
about decentralized platforms like DLive, and they pay you in crypto, so it's harder to get people to follow you over there because people don't know anything about crypto and payments and stuff like that.
Right.
Right.
I don't know.
For all-
For a guy like me, I got really, really amateur videos, and I still think the best response that I get is when I go live. That seems to always light up people way more than a video.
Live seems to draw me a lot more than videos too. I don't know about anybody
Real.
else.
Because it makes
I
people
think
feel like they're a part of it.
I
Yeah,
think
I think so.
YouTube's future's live. Personally, I've said that for over a year now. But you know, it's still a great place for edited content.
Dave.
But
Dave goes, I bought Bigfoot a back shaver because of YouTube ads.
David, he's full of them. I have to admit, live is funner. I love the interaction with the community.
Yep.
I don't have to spend hours editing.
That's the
No
best part.
editing.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Ed, where's our video? Oh, it's an
Say, where
editing.
did you edit anymore?
And so now all my edited videos are piling up. I work on them. Believe me, they just pile up. Hi Dana, how are you?
Ah, she is the Flash Farm. Oh,
It-
fam. Hey,
it-
Dana.
Banana, banana.
Yeah.
It's nice.
GoPro
seeing-
Unlimited says it happened. If it happens to YouTube, is it going to happen to every platform, my friends? Well, I think with this action right now, what they're hoping is that everybody falls in line, gets in step, and just goes, okay, we're not going to do that. Kind of like what the vape industry has done. Like Juul went ahead and cut out all its flavors, right? Voluntarily, they did it on their own.
Right.
Now the other companies that make vaping products, they haven't. And the CDC just come out the other day saying that they know what killed those people, those 29 people or however many it was. It was the poorly made
Bootleg.
bootleg THC cartridges. They finally come out and said that they use vitamin E, and that's been the link to all of them. So Juul, you know, they go, oh my gosh, we better do something. They got rid of the flavors. It ain't about the flavors. It ain't about that. It's about you got to know where you buy your product from. That's all there is to it. You know.
Let me interject here for a second. Hey Clash, how you doing, Shane?
Clash.
We have no snow yet, but rain's here. And high wind for tomorrow. He said he got a foot in Denver. Robert DePotty, happy birthday, Bobby.
Bob, happy birthday.
Clash, I got 4 inches in Utah where I'm at, and we got another storm on the way. Should be hitting you in a day or two.
Keep that snow there, guys. Keep that snow there.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Yeah.
It's been doing it since the dawn of
always end all your
time.
conversations with climate change.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, go give me that beer.
If you
climate
believe
change.
something, you better repeat it enough times.
Yeah,
Gold is good.
Oh.
climate change.
That's good.
Now back to what our channel's all about.
Prospecting, treasure hunting,
Gold.
gold, AU.
Scuba diving.
Yeah, that's
Treasure of
Shovels in the
all
ground.
kinds. That's right. Now, Paul is a manufacturer up in Alberta, Canada, and he makes some excellent gear. I've seen Jesse. I know he does quality work, and he uses the best mat, in my opinion.
2 stars, 5 stars.
Oh, 5-star mat, dude. They don't have a scale for that mat yet. It breaks the scale. I
I
know.
believe what I use. I worded it like this the other day. They will be written in the history books of mining. It will not be forgotten about.
What's
That's Dream Mat product.
Dream
Oh
Mat.
yeah, I really like it myself personally. I don't know what everybody else's opinion is, but I run both versions of the Dream Mat. I love it.
Well, here's me, Placer Chaser. I have Dream Mat in every piece of the equipment that takes a medium.
Oh, I believe it. I remember
All
the
the
first
way.
time we started talking about Matt, you were like, "Hey, you want to turbocharge your Matt?" I was like, "I already got it, bud."
Hey, I've even turbocharged my banjo pan.
Now
And
let that sink in from what Prospector Paul was saying. He said he was going to go down in history. Me, as a new prospector, even when I first started out, already knew about Dream Mat. Let that sink in. You know what I mean?
Well,
I knew about it after my first season when first time I found one of David's cells in a YouTube video. I knew he was onto something, and I was addicted right there.
Oh,
I
I
just
had a
like
lot
the
of
science behind it.
I had a lot of pushback on that when I first started talking about it. Trust me.
I agree, Shane from Clash Guitars. That's why I had no problem switching out everything. Like when I first got the map for the gold cube, Jesse's like, let's try this mat. I'm like, okay. I gingerly take out the conveyor belt mat and I put it in.
Just rip it out. Just rip it out.
I like.
Just yank it out of there.
I liked it so much that the other one just got ripped out of it. Now my dredge mat, my Mini Max by Keen Engineering has Dream Mat in it. Everything has Dream Mat. Should have saw Mike Pung, and I'm friends with Mike. He comes into the gold show last year. We're right at the door. Table full of Dream Mats. I have my banjo pan with micro mat in it. I have my gold cube with micro mat and the mini mat. And he just looks at me, kind of laugh.
You mean one of these?
Yes, sir. A little more light on
Everyone
that, please.
should have one.
I think so.
All right.
Yep, I think so. Yeah, it's a nice little unit, man. Nice and sturdy.
This is the challenge I always throw to people is this particular mat. I've got pictures of over 10 ounces of gold on. So you show me another product that that's 6 by 16 inches long that catches 10 ounces on it.
Speaking of
without
challenges,
having 10 ounces in the tailing.
have you
It's a
guys
good
seen
challenge.
that challenge video where it's like the gold mat and then the other brands, and he's like, "You guys keep talking crap, and I'm gonna make more videos."
Oh yeah.
That was so funny because that was actually a really good test. Like there's no way to fake that test. Like it was all
Oh
legit.
no, there was a lot of reasons that didn't work right. One, it was different. They don't run the same. La 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 la.
Are we talking about David Peterson's run?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
and David says, send me your formula, and I'll run it that way against my dream mat. And to this date, he has not gotten any response to it. No one sent him the formula to run.
all.
So-
Because nobody wants to lose.
Right.
That's right. And take this. David is the only guy who's ever offered a 100% back, money back guarantee on his product.
Yep.
Miracle
David, how
Matt
many-
don't do that. Keen don't do that.
Well,
Old
let's find
Doc
out.
don't do that.
Let's find
There's
out, David.
nobody.
How many have been sent back to you so far?
0.
Well, I don't know. He's here. He can answer that.
Okay, David, is the amount still 0?
I'll tell you, I had one guy, I've had a couple guys that I've been super happy with DreamMat, and oddly enough, none of them have brought them back. So if you're that disappointed, you should come for your refund. So I think there's a little bit more to it. Sometimes
really-
the first time you run something isn't going to be your best. So
Right.
you might actually have to put a little bit of time into it. So
Well, I
I've
get it.
had a couple guys complain on the first run, but I have yet to have anyone bring one back.
Do you know what I always say, Paul? Practice, practice, practice. Anytime you get a new
Don't wake
tool,
up
new piece
perfect,
of,
right?
right, a new
gotta-
tool, new piece of equipment, you gotta practice, practice, practice
And
until you.
tune it in.
Just look
Oh,
at just look
What
at
okay.
you're
history
running.
itself. I
It's
mean,
not-
whoever's the
it's-
top dog, everybody's gonna want to take you down and have something to say.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's not 0 anymore. 1 has been sent back because it was too narrow.
But he replaced it.
You replaced it. Of course.
That doesn't count.
No, that one don't count.
No, I
You
wouldn't
know.
say that would
Well,
count.
I'll tell you this, as from a guy from Canada dealing with a U.S. supplier for this product, I met David on the internet just out of the blue. I was like, I really like your product. I want it for my box, and I got it, and it just snowballed from there. And any issue I have ever had with any type of manufacturing blemish or anything I've ever questioned, David has 100% always stood behind everything I've done. I
Yeah.
had a couple of mats that had some resin issues. David didn't even question it. He just took care of it. And
Yeah.
to me, that's a product on the rise because there's stuff that happens. You know, we're humans. We're making this stuff with our hands. Things happen. And as long as we're willing to accept that failure is a part of doing business, and we're willing to do what it takes to always fix the problems as they arise, you're king.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's the
'cause-
guys that want to say that they have the best and won't do anything to support it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mistakes are good because you learn from mistakes. I
Right.
mean, unless you make a mistake, you're never going to learn from that mistake. So it's good to make a mistake
Absolutely.
and learn from it and improve.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, see, as you all know, I'm still pretty much a greenhorn. I've only been doing this as long as Dave's been developing this DreamMat. Actually, because when he started developing, he started off as a sluice box, and I started watching that and going, "Oh, that sounds really."
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, the how Chrysos beam sluice or whatever it was.
I was just asking him about one of those this morning, one of those old cells.
Yeah, no. So he sells, or he used to sell the cells by themselves.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Shaw's Prospecting to send me a free DreamMat next. Oh, okay. Does he?
Everybody wants a free dream mat. I've had this question asked 1,000 times. And my question is, I would love to give you a free dream mat. I'd love to give everybody a free dream mat. But that's never going to happen for the most part.
Right.
David does give away blemished mats. He usually gives them to veterans or disabled people. So if you follow him, there is a possibility of getting a free mat. But this product is not cheap to manufacture. There
No.
are errors that happen in manufacturing that keep the cost high. And that cost isn't passed on to the people buying it. It's absorbed within DreamMat, within the cost of that product. So giving out free stuff is it's really tough to do. Sorry.
It is, but it's still cheaper than advertising. You know?
You know what? I don't think David will ever pay for advertising.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Not
No.
when he's got guys like us that are standing up screaming for him.
Yeah, I mean, look, and like I tell Dave, at this point, in my mind, you got the best mat. Tomorrow may be a different story.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
just being honest, you know.
And
Yeah.
and I'll say it here in front of Dave too. I am not brand loyal.
Right.
I
Results.
am
Result loyal.
recovery result loyal. And so far there's a reason, a good reason why all my equipment has this mat in it.
Yeah.
I say the same thing.
If any, I don't think I posted that video, but I did some video where I shoveled in 7 buckets of material that I've run through a ton of other products, Gold Hog, Moss and Ripples, and every other damn thing that was out there, and I thought I had all the gold out of it, but I ran those 7 buckets through a 10-inch. And I got more gold out of something that wasn't supposed to have any more gold in it. And it seemed like I almost got as much as I got the first, before. So did I throw that material away? No. I've got it classified down to minus 50s.
Hey,
I'll tell you the
Casey.
number one. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Casey Smith came in the room. I was
Hey,
just
Casey.
saying hi to him.
Go
Sorry
ahead, Paul.
about that, Paul.
No worries. What I was gonna say is the Mini 6 is my number one selling cleanup sluice or reduction sluice that I sell. The number one thing I hear back from clients when they get this sluice, the first thing they tend to do is start by rerunning old cons they've already processed. Almost every one of them is astonished at how much more gold they pulled out that their other system was losing, whatever system it was, whether they're Buhaning, whether they're using a Miller table, whatever it is. It's amazing how good the product works. The gold is caught. We have this line we use all the time. We call it top row gold now because that's what you get when you run the product. The gold starts at the top, not at the bottom. So that's a pretty solid testimony to get back from people that are rerunning material that they've got. And I know you're always going to get a few pieces when you rerun old material, but when you're pulling out, a quarter gram out of something that you only got a gram out of with your other system, that's a substantial increase.
Like
You don't
when
sound like you're from
Dana,
Canada.
you brought how many buckets of material you ran how many times?
Who, me?
No, Dano.
Oh,
He came up and ran a bunch of material through the cube.
I force fed it through.
And you know how I run it. I run it like I stole it. I run it hard. A lot of times I run it hard. I run a lot of material through it. And it was still catch.
to see what Dave said.
Yeah, mine just went
Wow.
up too.
It's
Hang
coming
in there,
back.
guys.
Wait a second.
The collusion,
Wait
it's
for it.
happening.
It's coming back.
For it.
Oh,
It's coming back.
There,
It's
come
back.
come on.
It's back. Sorry about that. YouTube must be having a fit. We get off the subject of YouTube.
the
Doc.
collusion is happening.
Doc.
I can give you a story of collusion.
Guys, as much as fun as I'm having, I'm gonna have to get out of here. It was nice meeting you all, or you.
Jacob, it's good to see you, brother.
Take care, Jason.
All right, Jason, take it easy.
Jacob.
Nice meeting you, bud.
Jacob.
It's Jacob. It's all good.
Jacob,
Be
Jason, they
careful
all
in the
sound the same to
mine.
me.
Are you going to work?
Poor guy.
Am I going to work?
Yeah.
No, I've actually got to get some editing done. So.
The old editing.
Do you
It's an
work
editing.
tonight?
No, I don't. I work in day shift now.
Oh, okay. Be safe under there. Jacob's a miner. He's down in a coal mine. So keep a close eye on your canary.
So Casey, Casey Smith says, I found a great way to catch even super fine minus 100 mesh easy. I sand lightly horizontal on my top cube, slick, and then chalkboard painted. That's a lot of work. Just throw a micro mat on it.
Micro
So for
mat,
everybody who
Casey.
subscribed, thank you, and y'all have a good evening. See
You
you guys.
too,
Later.
Jacob. See you
Later,
around,
bud.
brother.
Later.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Just clamp down a micro mat on that slick plate. Just drop
You
your
missed
material on
a
there.
hell of a lot, Adam. We've been all over the map. All over the map. From mats to YouTube.
I'm just gonna sit here and bite my tongue.
About
Apparently, I'm not supposed to talk about other products. It seems to upset people.
Oh.
The thing is any product that I'm willing to talk about is probably a product I've purchased and I put through the ringer. And if I'm talking bad about it, chances are it didn't work for me. And I don't mean any disrespect to the people that invented it. Maybe it works good for them, but it didn't work good for me. You're not going to find it in any of my product.
right.
And I don't. If tomorrow Dream Mat started to suck, it wouldn't be in my product either.
Well, I don't think Dream Mat is ever gonna suck. I mean, because it does a really good job. But that doesn't mean
Absolutely.
something better is not gonna come along and go, oh, I think I like this better.
When I think about matting, what I picture is, technology.
Right.
Look at how everybody was like, oh, VHS, oh my God, we can record our shows now and never miss them. And now we're on the point where you can order whatever you want online and have it instantaneous. So it totally makes VHS not even pliable in this day and age.
Yeah,
It's the same-
but
it's the same thing
everybody
with
had a
matting.
VHS player, so it's like the minor moss theory,
Right. Everybody had one. Everybody was using it.
right? So it
Everybody
must
was
have been
doing it.
good because everybody had one. The new tech is no good. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. I'm sorry for just playing on it.
No, you're good.
Well, everybody at one time only had a wheel. And then somebody put an axle on it and said, oh, look, I can ride my wheel. Oh, now I can put another wheel on the axle. Now I can carry stuff on my wheel.
Right. Technology is
So,
just ever
yeah.
continuing.
Remember when you used to have to crank your phone? Now you carry it in your pocket?
I saw
Crank your
Dredgen
phone.
Sex in the chat room. I thought it was Dan Zoller.
What?
I saw Dredgen Sex in the chat room, and I thought it was Dan Zoller. It's Jeff from
Oh,
Gold Pros Unlimited. Oh my goodness.
I'll just be happy when they come up with a way that you can extract really small, minute amounts of gold without having to use mercury. That'll really help the environment.
You just get a gold magnet.
Don't
Yeah.
use mercury in a non-controlled situation.
Yeah, a lot of those places overseas, though, they don't, and they ended up,
Oh,
they live in
that's
really bad
overseas,
conditions.
so their governments and people should take responsibility for that. It happens in South America too.
right. And here, with the new development of the new mats and stuff, the American manufacturers are sending, even Doc, says it's
Sending
going all
stuff
down
to
there.
Africa, South America to
Right. They're
use.
trying to get everybody away from that mercury and show them there's a better way than just using mercury.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys follow like the latest science of gold gathering, but as of right now, the top of the line latest technology in gold recovery is using microorganisms that actually eat gold and turn it into larger gold nuggets, larger gold specks than what they consume it as. And they're looking at how to use those microorganisms to retrieve gold in a more environmentally friendly way.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting
Sounds
stuff
slow.
if you ever look it up.
Well,
a lot of it is budget too, Placer.
right.
They use what they have available. And It sucks, but you know, after all, mercury is natural. It bleeds from cinnabar. Wherever you have cinnabar deposits, you're gonna have mercury in any waterway. It's just like arsenic. Arsenic will get in the water naturally. So it's
I think that's climate change you meant to say.
Climate change.
Yeah, climate change.
Yeah. It's only been going
Don't
on.
ever blame
for,
anything on nature.
It's been
It's
going
climate
on
change.
forever. That climate change.
I saw a comment here.
Now,
a second ago. Let's
borax.
go.
Carl, borax, I believe you use as in smelting for a flex, if I recollect right. But
And the thing about those microorganisms too is the cost effectiveness of gathering that gold from them and the length of time that it would take you to do, to make it feasible to use that system for mining.
Oh
Now-
yeah, it's still, like I said, cutting edge. Like it's
Right,
still
I
needs to
mean-
be developed for sure.
right.
you
Like-
know, guys, as soon as the Russians and the Americans can produce gold in a lab feasibly, instead of it costing $1 million to present a gram, you know, when they can do it cheap and reliable and all the time, you know.
Right. That's the thing. It's got to be cost effective and efficient. Well, getting back to the mat, when Dave first started developing this mat, he was developing a whole sluice system that, to me, looked like it was too big, too bulky. You'd never get it down in the creeks. I'm an old guy. I'm not gonna want to carry that heavy ass thing down to the river. And then I don't know who it was that talked to him about turn that into a mat, but I'm glad they did, whoever it was. Well, it wasn't me, I don't think.
Sultan, I think the cutting edge would be little underground robots with metal detectors just tunnel around all the gold veins and come back up with 100 pounds.
Yeah. Nano gold detectors. There you go.
Yeah. What is it's not just gold, Ed, it's any element. Right.
True, any element. Very true, David. And but I do have to agree. We're along with Canada and us, we're the most regulated and environmental friendly countries in the world for mining. And
We're good to our land.
Yes.
Why the global community puts all the pressure on us, other than China, South Africa, South America, I think it's their way of spreading the wealth.
It's just like I was going back to with the gold mat. Whoever's at the top, somebody's always going to have something to say, and everybody's going to go for that guy.
Right.
Good night, HD.
You always want to beat the champ, right?
Oh yeah,
Right.
there's always gonna be those haters.
Well, not necessarily a hater, but someone that comes up that thinks that they've got something better that they're going to beat the current.
That and the loyalist also.
Right.
Yeah. If you need a reference, just look at how many Rocky movies there are. I mean,
I hear an echo.
So do I.
Who's got the show on in the background?
Oh, it's. I don't think it's the show. I think it's Zoom.
Is it me?
No.
No.
Oh.
It's always
Oh,
you,
to put
Jesse.
down, it's always me. It's
Uh,
always Ed's fault. Don't you know that yet?
Oh, it's Ed's fault. Climate change.
it's the
Trying to change.
It's
There
the
you go. You
engineer's
guys are getting
fault.
on board. I was telling my wife I started a movement.
So crazy for gold prospecting, he says, I hope to put down the creek lease payment through my local GPA claim this weekend if I get a hold of the chapter president. Looking forward to that. Ooh,
Nice.
a new lease. Just their
Oh,
wells
fresh
keep
and
tapping the
smooth.
stream.
I'm jealous you guys are still digging.
I'm not. I'm down here in my basement cleaning. I'm not digging no more. My gold room studio dungeon.
We are known to go out in the cold and get in the creek, though. Ain't going.
Brr.
Not too cold yet. It ain't
I got me
frozen
a cream
over.
waders. I can go.
Speaking of that, Dano, do you think we got time to go stake down a dream mat?
I don't see why not if we get a chance to get out there. Matter of fact, when we go out there, we might just spend a day dredging.
Yeah, water's gonna be coming up soon.
Yeah, so we'll be able to dredge even better.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I'd like to get that stake down for the winter.
It'd be harder to
I'd like
tap
to
on
get
it
that
down
overburden
to
pile.
the bedrock though with water flowing. We
She'll
should
still
have
be able to
did it
drill
when
tap
it was dry.
You'll still be able to drill it. Shouldn't be that deep.
No, depends how much the water's flowing.
Take some tap cons and a couple cordless hammer drills.
I think we all need to go to Picker Hollow though, or it's too frozen.
I want to get that dream mat set down.
Jesse's been
Which one are you
talking.
putting in the creek?
I have a dredge mat, but I don't think
That's
I want to
what
use
I
a
use.
dredge mat for it because we're going to build a frame around it. So I think that frame should protect it from getting tore up by too big of rocks. But I don't know. I have both. You know, I don't know if I
I
want to
have
put the
that problem
regular.
too.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to put the regular dream mat in there or the dredge mat in. I think the dredge mat would probably be the smartest thing to do. But I've never been called a sharp pencil.
Put them both in so we know which one really works.
There you go.
Oh. Side by each.
Yep, side by each.
All
You
right.
can do a spring comparison.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's what we're talking about, David. Putting it in a creek somewhere and bolting
Ooh,
it down.
do you see what Dave says? We have a spot we could probably do that. I wish I could chisel dream mat into bedrock in some places.
There you go. Now that you take out your router and you go cut some cells into the bedrock. Now you're talking.
Where we're at, we could try chisel a groove in it, lay the mat actually down in the groove too.
Mm-hmm.
A little more work.
How about PLing some 3D printed cells down?
Don't want to glue it to the rock, then it'd be harder to take out.
No,
the
just bolt
clean.
it down in that indentation so everything's flowing right over it, not up over it.
Yeah.
Right.
Give it a
Like it.
home. Give it a little nest.
I wish the mini mat for the cube was like the 6-inch one because it doesn't have the high-low rows. I tell you what, those high-low rows make a big difference. I like them.
I do
They
too.
Both
just-
mats have merit. There's the action that the mat presents. Because of the short distance of the cube, I think the high ramp is a better way to go. I think
Yeah.
the feed rate is going to stay high, and with the 15-degree ramp of the cube, I think it's a better choice. The other one, I think you're going to see that the low riffle doesn't respond the way it does in, say, the high banker or the Mini 6 when it's running at 15. It's pretty hot, right?
Well, when I was running it the other day, I was looking at the low ripples in that the low cells, and what I was noticing was that the gold's gonna crawl across the bottom no matter what. You know, it's gonna stay on the bottom. So if it makes it over a high one and it falls into a low one, it falls in that cell. It's not going anywhere. Once it drops in that cell, it's there.
I think what you're seeing though with the beach mat style, that's what that profile is the beach mat with the 15-degree ramp, is when the material is coming off the 15-degree ramp at how high it gets pushed back into the slurry before it falls. Like the idea that it's just cruising along, I don't think is really fair because you have the opposition created by the vertical cells. So the material really gets tossed. And I think if you had the concentrator mat style, you might find that second row is actually getting a little bit bypassed. I haven't tried it, but that's kind of where my theory is on that. Whereas when you have the 15-degree ramp there, it comes off that one cell and it immediately runs into the opposition of the next 15-degree cell because the vortex strength is so strong. Whereas on the 7-degree to 15-degree, like the concentrator, what happens is on the 7-degree ramp, you don't have the same amount of vortex strength as you do on the 15. So the material almost seems to overburden that 7-degree ramp in a traditional setup, but it's not really overburdened. Like you say, the gold is along the bottom. It just processes slower than it does on the 15.
Right. Because as I watch
Sorry?
Well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, in the cube, you're running so steep and you're running so little water that material just, you don't have the vortex strength you would have if, say, there was another 800 or 900 gallons of flow over top of it. Like, you don't have it. So I think the 15 is the way to go in the cube, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
Maybe someone will dispute or argue with that, but that's kind of my thought. Now, I had a customer send me a video running 14 degrees in a high banker the other day with the concentrator mat. And like I say, top row gold still. So who am I to argue?
One of the other things that I say about this mat, and I say it all the time to everybody, this mat is forgiving. Because we are not perfect and we don't always set our equipment up the exact same way every time. But this mat is forgiving enough that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're running too steep, you're running too much water, not enough water. As long as you're getting some action, you're going to be catching the gold. And that's...
I'd like to disagree, Jesse, because climate change.
Climate change.
Good call. That's a solid answer.
That's the answer to everything.
Oh, that damn climate change, I tell you.
Right, but the dream mat is forgiving that enough that you can run this mat poorly and still catch your gold. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video that I have where I'm running my Cooley 7 with the 6-inch with the dream mat in it, and the mat is longer than the box. So I have it going up the back wall, vertical back wall. I catch gold on that vertical back wall where that water is hitting that back wall. I catch small gold, I catch big gold. It sits there, it never moves. I have a video. I don't know if I posted it or not. I might have to post it. I don't know. But that mat's going to catch the gold. It's just going to catch it. That's all I can say.
One of the common things that I get messaged to me on a regular basis is, how do you set up your equipment? And it's funny because my setup for my dream mat, literally I drop my sluice and I turn the water on and I start feeding it. Very, very rarely do I ever look at the slope I'm running. And for level, I can tell how the water's coming off the end of the box if it's
right.
Other than that, I drop some material in, I watch the exchange. If the exchange is doing what I want, I go. And I match the angle I'm running, the water I'm running, and my feed rate. I match the three together. I want to run it really steep, I need more water. I'm running it really flat, I can dial it back.
Right.
Forgiving.
Oh, Dane come in with his joke. He says even Todd Hoffman could catch with Dream Mat.
No, he couldn't. He put
Climate
it in
change.
upside down.
Hey, I like the idea that Todd had about Greenhorn Gold, man. Seeing like small scale prospectors go out and try to find gold, that seems more interesting than watching all the
Agreed.
drama they create on the big gold.
Right. Yeah, the smallest sluice is the pocket sluice. Dream Mat.
I get lots of good positive feedback from those too.
I love mine.
You know, I've had a few people ask me like, is this a joke or something? I'm like, well, you tell me. You take one and you tell me. So what I've been doing is David was nice enough to gift me a bunch of them, and I just turned around and I just redistribute them. You buy a high
We did the same thing.
Yeah, we give them away for prizes.
Yep, we did the same thing.
I've had
never used
so
one, I
many
don't know.
people message me with positive reviews. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, there was one guy in here, HD Shovelhead, Paul. He actually went out to his yard where he had pretty much a creek flowing in his backyard during the heavy rain. And he had some stuff that he said he cleaned out, already ran. And he didn't even think he'd get anything out of it. Sure enough. I actually used that when I was up in Washington last month or in
Did you?
October. Well, I packed my pocket pan, I packed my pocket sluice, and I packed my snuffer bottle all in one little pocket of my backpack on my carry-on, and it went with me. I only got to use it once for not long, but you know, I got to use it. The real reason of the trip anyway was to spend time with my mom, which I did a lot.
Here, let me answer Carl's question here. The pocket sluice be used as a cleanup sluice? If so, what size you need to screen to? No, you run. Start throwing shovel pulls in. Well, not shovel pulls, pulls anyways. It's too small for a shovel, but you can just throw a scoop of unclassified material in there. You got enough water running through it, it'll clear it out and catch the gold. And the kids
I'd probably screen to 8 mesh if I was running cons. If I didn't have anything big in it.
If you were on the creek, use it as
full on,
no classification. Just start throwing stuff in there, pull the big rocks out, let it flow through. You know, yeah, there's no need for classification. That's the biggest thing that I like about it. There is no need for classification. I don't care. It doesn't really matter what size mat you're using. I think you can run unclassified material over that micro mat and catch that micro gold.
Didn't I just prove that the other night with the micro when I overran the size of the material that it was supposed to run? Bam, it recovered 90% and I ran way oversized. I'd call that a pretty successful win.
To touch on what Paul said there, I mean, that's one thing that makes me cringe when you see a YouTube video and somebody's running cons in the river or something with something they don't know how to set up.
Yeah.
But it caught 100%.
Yeah. Caught everything.
Will Dream Mat work in a rocker box?
Yes.
There you go.
I've been wondering that actually myself.
You're gonna lose the vortex and you're gonna gain the vortex, but what you're not gonna have is the loss of your material that's in the cell when the vortex drops off. It's gonna stay there.
Right.
It's not gonna be as effective as it would be, but it will work.
Yeah, the water surge is not gonna really hurt it. Once that gold's down in the bottom of that cup or in those vortex cells, then it's not going anywhere.
That's right.
And Carl, I've shoveled a lot of material through all my sluices and high bankers. Well, on my mini max, I do have a grizzly on my high banker, but dude, on the speed banker, we shovel. It's recommended nothing over 2 inches. I know the 4 or 5 inch rocks have gone through that without any problem.
I sent some through it.
So that's a good question, Casey. I don't know. I've never tried it. I think it worked backwards. Hey, will it work backwards?
It does. It doesn't work as good, but it does work. It works
Does
more
it?
like VMAT than like DreamMat, but it does. It does.
So
still,
it's just.
It will still catch.
It's still the fact. It's the fact that the cups are down there and the gold will drop down in there.
It'd be similar to running the U-cupped conveyor belt, if you've seen that. It's going to act similar to that.
Yep.
Your vortex is going to be created off the back of the little round. So you can have a small vortex. It's not going to be as effective. It looks totally ridiculous running it backwards. Just don't do that.
I think I saw a video of somebody running it backwards.
I got accused on YouTube from a troll for like 2 years that I was running all my DreamMat backwards. That guy that's building sluices, yeah, you're right. All the videos I'm posting, I got the mat in backwards.
It's funny too because unless you're paying attention, it does look like it's backwards.
Well, see, back when I first started and I was running expanded metal and all that stuff, I actually did put my expanded metal in backwards, and I did still catch gold.
Yep.
I mean,
well, sure, because
a lot of these things you can run them backwards. I mean, it's not going to be better per se, but
and because gold is gold, it does what it does. It drops down. Any opportunity you give it to drop down deeper, it's going to go. Even if your expanded metal is backwards, you still created a spot for it to drop down, and that's what it does. And so you don't need anything. Hell with this DreamMat. Just run a slick plate with that powder coat on it.
Yeah.
Happy to help you guys out.
Regardless of whatever you run, just remember that time of the year is coming. And do you really want your kid playing another game on PlayStation, or would you rather get them outside and looking for gold, something that's outdoors?
Oh, yeah.
Get them outside.
Just get them on the creek. They'll play in the water. They'll look for rocks and toads and salamanders, and they're outside playing, and they might get the gold bug and have a good time building memories instead of sitting in front of the boob tube playing Nintendo.
Right.
I got friends whose claims are named after their kids.
Carl Blank, go to prospectorsdream.com. All the prices are there.
I'll get a link up real quick. There should be one in the description anyway, but yes, there is.
And don't mind the DreamMat guy. He's kind of an ass sometimes, so.
He's got a great personality. I think he's just misunderstood.
You think? It's that unicorn, isn't it?
Crazy for gold prospecting asked thoughts on the Sidewinder sluice, gimmick or real. I mean, I've seen it. I haven't used it. I mean, it seems like it's something, but I don't know if it would.
Around anymore.
Yeah, I think
they make a whole bunch of pieces.
They just make the pieces. Put them together.
I saw an interesting one the other day. I think they're still around. I tried to Google them. I think they're still here.
Yeah, I saw them back in the day, and it looked like something that was interesting, but it just kind of feathered out.
It was.
Geez, it looked so. It'd be so bulky and hard to pack in the way it curves,
But it's one of those things. I mean, it's there's an invention all the time. I mean, that could have been easily something the best, but it just kind of feathered it out.
The only thing was, it was nothing new. If you think about it, there was nothing new about it, other than the fact that you had you had a wavy sluice box.
Well, they took the basic concept of how a river works and where you would find gold on the inside bends and whatnot.
Right.
Well,
the problem is on a river on the inside bends, you don't just find gold.
Right. and gold does gravitate to that, but it also lands in a lot of other spots on the river. You know,
it will travel straight down until it finds a drop zone.
Right.
straight down the middle and whatnot.
Or one of those, one of the things that I learned when I first started was go to the river when it's in flood stage and look for vortexes. Those vortexes are where
like
the
any
gold's
drop
being
zone.
sucked into and dropped into, And then that damn Dade come out with his mat that did exactly that. I said, I gotta try this.
And it does keep it simple, David. I one reason why I love Dream Mat so much because it is simple.
Yep.
I've had my box not even level before and shoveling it in, and but what I love best is clean out.
Yep, I agree.
That's my favorite part of Dream Mat is the clean out.
Well, Jesse, you landed on a good point with your Dream Mat before the clean out part about being level. Traditional horizontal vortexes, if your box is not running true, you tend to overload your riffle on the side that the water is high.
Right.
And what happens is you end up creating a slick plate down the edge of your sluice box, and you kind of funnel your material right out. And if you don't catch that, you can literally empty those horizontal riffles. I know there's a lot of people that love gold hog matting and matting like that, the miracle mat. But if you don't run them true, and if you don't have a way to prevent material from sloughing off the edge of that riffle, the slightest imperfection in level will wick the material out of that vortex.
Right.
And it's like David often calls it, it's the pencil effect rolling down the box, right? And that material just, it doesn't have the chance to be held because the vortex is overloaded by the material.
That's right, Brian.
And
it is a
that's where
fanboy convention.
You get the worst thing for us is the migration that Dave talks about.
Yeah. And why is that migration occurring?
The pencil.
The pencil.
Right? So once you start to understand why the migration is occurring in these traditional sluice boxes, it starts making you want to look for a solution to why that's happening, and that's kind of what Dream Mat did. And maybe that hurts a lot of feelings. Goldwell tried, right? Goldwell tried. They come up with a vertical vortex. Devon Drop Riffles got a vertical vortex.
Right.
I'm sure there's a couple other out there, but not everybody gets to the trough first.
GoPro Unlimited asks, so you're saying you can't overload a Dream Mat?
That's correct.
I haven't been able to.
No, I mean you definitely can. I mean, you can drop a front end loader on it.
Yeah.
You overloaded the creek.
You can overload a Dream Mat if you want to. If you take 5 gallons of sand and you dump it on a 10-inch mat, it is going to overload it. But that would happen to absolutely any system. What we're saying is if you're shoveling like you would into any high banker or any type of system, Dream Mat by far will take more material and process it faster than any traditional horizontal vortex mat will. And I know Gold Hog is a fast processing mat, but what's going to happen if you dump a large amount of heavy material, you're going to saturate a certain amount of cells before it becomes active enough to get the recovery. Dream Mat is going to hold that material right at the bat. It's going to hit the first wall of opposition. It's going to stop, and it's going to be processed through. And you can see this time and time again. When you drop a shovelful, the first thing that leaves is the blondes. The second thing that leaves is the reds. Then you can watch the blacks, and if you're staring close enough, you can watch the gold leave too. But it's in that pattern. And I'm sorry, I don't mean that the gold is leaving, but I mean the process of the gold into the mat. So
right, smooth off the slick plate.
Very difficult. Very difficult.
What did Dave say a minute ago?
Goldwell does not truly spin on a vertical vortex.
I apologize. That's my mistake with my terminology. I apologize, David.
You know he's gonna tell you about it. You gotta let it go.
But just look at it this way to anybody that's on the fence about it. If you get a bunch of guys like Paul has mentioned, Jesse has mentioned, Ed, Flash in Your Pan has mentioned, none of them, and even I'm saying now, none of us are brand loyal. We're result loyal, and we're all saying,
Right.
hey, this is what works for us, and we're not brand loyal. That should tell you something just right there, you know?
Oh, and I've used carpet. I've used Miracle Mat. I've used Hog Mat, Miner's Moss, and expanded metal. You know, I've been doing this for a while, and I've tried all kinds of stuff. And
I'll tell you what I do in my high bankers. I mix up a little bit of recovery, but my primary recovery is always the Dream Mat. And generally, the reason I've mixed up the recovery is to slow down the heavies before it gets to the Dream Mat, to allow for more processing time, to allow for better recovery. It's not that I think that the Dream Mat needs a piece of moss in front of it, or needs a riffle, or needs a nugget trap. But if I can keep my nuggets in a trap ahead of my first row of cells, I don't have to worry about those nuggets preventing flower gold from being caught in those first row of cells. So if I can complement different pieces of recovery by adding small things in, I'm gonna do that. And that's not because I don't think that the product doesn't work. It's because the world isn't perfect and there's a lot of things that happen. So if we can do small things to make each piece work better, why would we not do that?
right.
I like nugget traps.
Who doesn't like nuggets, right?
Right.
Climate change.
So, climate change. I've looked crazy for gold prospecting says I've looked into gold hog stuff, but I haven't hit the lottery yet, so I could have it to wait. So that's another thing. People look at Dream Mat and they go, "Oh, $111 for a 8 by or a 10 by 36-inch piece of Dream Mat." Well, that's really expensive. Not when you think about take that 10 by 36 and let's say you're going to do hog mat on a 10 by 36. You'll get you'll have to buy 3. So that's $100. You have to buy 3 things of Dream Mat, pieces of Dream Mat to fit. Then you got to cut it, glue it, tape it.
And then
Right,
it's a pain in the butt to clean out.
In order to put it in your box. So you've already spent $100, easy just on those 3 pieces of Dream Mat.
Plus the time it takes.
I mean those 3 pieces of a hog mat. Now I've used hog mat and I've probably bought 10 different types because he has all kinds of different types. Like, because I was into that hog mat. Oh yeah, it's the best stuff around. At that point it was for me, because I was new at it and I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out what's working where I'm at.
Hey, it was a good option when it came out.
It was definitely, and a lot of people use it. A lot of people got into it, and it works. It catches its gold, and you don't have a lot of cons, and that's good. But the cleanup on it was such a hassle too. It's supposed to be easy for cleanup, but I find that you got to really roll it backwards tight so that you open up them grooves and everything, drop that gold out, and you got to slosh it around, turn it around, slosh it some more. Do all this
your
stuff.
tape doesn't let go.
Right. Yeah, you can't get it out of it. You got to really bend it back and dunk it. Dream Mat ain't got to do nothing, man. I stick my Garrett pan underneath the end of the sluice box. I pull my mat, flip it inside out, and flip it around in a circle. Boom, boom, I'm done. Put it back in, and I'm ready to pan.
And the faster your clean out is, the sooner you are to run in production. And bam.
Oh man, I thought you already sent the check. Oh, he hasn't even sent the check, guys. What the heck?
Doggone it. Damn it, Dave.
No, but it's at this point right now for me, it's what I want to run because it seems to work no matter where I take it. It's gonna do its job. So know.
With me, I have to say that too, and I like it simple. I don't have to
Right.
worry about degrees. Oh, this one has to be this degree. This has to be that degree. It has to
Right.
be perfect. Oh no, it moved during the day. I gotta reset it all. Oh, I forgot my level. Oh, sheep. No, I put it in. It looks good. Cells are working. Shovel, shovel. Bam, bam.
It is that simple, Jesse. You nailed it. You can just go out and set up, pour your water to it, and you're gonna do well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just get your build your water dam or whatever to get your flow going in your sluice box and just start shoveling into it. I have a video with a 6x36 that from Ron from the Hills. I got from him. That is such a nice sluice box because it's deep, and I can
Hey, make a nice box.
Yeah, I can practically lay that in the bottom of the creek and just start running. You know, as long as I got a flow going through it, just start shoveling material into it. As long as it's processing and flowing out the end, I'm good. You know, I'm good. If I want a little more water, I just build my dam a little higher and off I go.
How do you?
I got a video with
how
the
do you
kid
like-
running it.
Nice.
Well, you know, then what you need is a nice little, nothing against Paul, but crazy for prospecting. Get a hold of Ron for the Hills. He's got a outstanding little sluice box for the creeks.
Oh, that he does.
Oh, his creek critter's nice.
Oh yeah, I love it. I got the critter and the bee and the
River Raider.
Raider.
I have the
I got
creek
'em both.
critter too. It's excellent.
And yes, it does have green man in it.
I've talked to Ron a few times. He's a really nice guy. Really nice guy. I
Yeah.
quite enjoyed chatting with him, and
He
sounds like he's
was-
got a heart of gold. So
He
support
was
him
in
for
here
sure.
earlier.
Yeah, he was. I don't know
Run
if he still is.
for the hills.
There you go, crazy.
There it is, right there. Run for the Hills Mining. Actually, thank you, Ron, for that $10 super chat.
A lot of people have picked up his idea that he put on that stream sluice. I see it's copied quite a bit.
So
Well,
who did I see copy that? Who did I see copy that? Who was that?
I've seen quite a few people.
Was it Chris?
It's a good idea.
Oh, it is absolutely. And you know what? That's all you need. I don't need that slick plate. You know, although he does have a slick plate on his newer ones because
Ron's
everybody
still
wants a
here.
slick plate. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, check out Run for the Hills. The River Raiders, a great sleuth. I don't own it, but I've seen Jesse work it a lot. And I love my creek critter.
In case anybody doesn't know that, creek critter's got a dream mat in it.
Yeah, just in case anybody.
It does have a dream mat in it, yes.
Sure does.
He says if it works, Alan Robinson copied it. I guarantee it.
Luke Duke has one similar. And it also runs Dream Mat.
Right.
It's weird how all these guys are jumping on it, you know, for a product that's not overly marketed, is not sold in every brand store. It's weird how all these guys are starting to use this particular
Not marketed.
recovery.
It's not marketed at all. If you think about it, the only way it gets the word out is us.
Word of
You
mouth
know?
is the best advertisement, though. And you have guys like Chris Vogas from Vogas Prospecting using it in Australia. You have Dustin with, what is it, River Rat or
Gold Rat.
whatever? Gold
Rat.
Gold Rat. Australian again, actually. And a lot of
He makes
Aussies.
great equipment too.
And then you have guys like that dual Paul up north. And our
Who's that
friends
guy?
to the north.
Yeah, I heard about him. I ripped him off of a sluice box once. I sent him some of my old green mat or
You sure? Gold Hog.
gold hog mat that I didn't want anymore.
But funny story about your gold hog. I took all those pieces that you sent me and I glued them all together in a sluice tray, and I made a 12-inch wide by, I'd say, 20-inch tray out of all those pieces. They're all glued together. I trimmed all the seams. And, yeah,
That's
I know. I
funny.
got beat up about it at the river, but I ran it in my box because I was getting hounded pretty hard. You got to run this gold hog. You got to run this. And I'm like, I'm not investing in it, but I do have some. I'll put it to the test. I put it in my box. Anybody that's seen my high banker, it's 12 feet long, 12 inches wide, and it's built that way so I can run multiple different recoveries and different setups because every mat needs a different setup. So I put this this extension in, and I'd say within an hour, all I wanted to do was throw it in the river.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the mailman to deliver my beast mode.
Yeah, you should get one. It's quite the machine.
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome. I might have to work out some kind of deal with you.
That was purely built for David. He asked for some, like, my Beast Eater model's a 12 into a 16-inch sluice, and it generally runs a 12-inch either full cell or beach mat up top, and then a concentrator or full cell on the bottom, whichever you're doing, depending on classification, blah blah blah. And David saw that, and he was like, "I want one, but it's got to be bigger.
It's got to be bigger."
It's got to be bigger." And he wanted.
Did he pick the
wanted
color?
To have, he picked the color. Yeah, he wanted.
Okay.
He wanted a really metallic purple, and I think we found a beautiful color. That thing.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. You know, most
Let's
people
see.
would
There's a
paint their car
question
like
here. Jelly Bear, hey Dream Mat, I have a product I like, but if you had a Dream Mat version I'd like better, it's the River Fox multi-piece. It's moving. Multi-piece backpack sluice. I don't know what to say.
If you're a Facebook user, show up, come and visit me at Adventures in Gold Prospecting. I'm going to get a bunch of sluices back here in the next few days. I'm going to get my 6-inch Mini 6 high bankers will be back. And I also have a new 6-inch Mini High Banker Max, which is going to run 2 6x16 mats back to back. Not that I think you need it, but some guys like it. So we're going to offer that up for some people that want to push it harder. Maybe they're going to find 20 ounces of gold.
So Dave says he had to give his youngest child for the beast mode, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, I just took his legs.
Oh, okay.
No, that was an excellent trade. Like I said before, David is awesome to deal with. You know, he's always supported everything I've been doing. He's been really great at providing me with support with product as well as ideas with my own product. Same with Dustin from Gold Rat. These guys are amazing, and they're really what's helped me elevate my own company. And,
right.
and I owe those guys a lot of props, really.
So are you ever going to distribute? Are you ever going to distribute from the States?
My product?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe if a distributor picks you up. I got a couple stores. Sonny in Colorado was selling me, and a couple other guys have picked up a few pieces, but it's so hard. Like, the dollar's good, so the exchange rate's good for me to get product in, but it's hard breaking into this market when you've got so many manufacturers that are well marketed, right?
Right.
Guy shows up to a gold store, a gold prospecting store, with this box that he's seen online idea. Like, I'm going to buy a Keen A52 or whatever it's called, you know. He's not going to see my box until he shows up and sees it on the floor. Like, I don't have the marketing that Keen is going to have. So it's a little bit hard to break in, but the word of mouth from consumers is kind of like Dream Mat. I'm going to use it. You guys like me, I'm going to keep building stuff. You don't like me, I'll just start doing something else.
Yeah, there are Jelly Bear saying that, you know, his biggest thing is he's getting in and out of stuff with lightweight backpack stuff. Yeah, at this point right now, I would say the Creek Critter by Round for the Hills manufacturing would be perfect.
Yeah, I don't get into stream sluices too much. I do build the odd stream sluice, but in Canada, like, you gotta be kind of careful. Stream sluices are not really permitted in a.
Well, I know they're not in BC. I don't know about any of the other provinces.
A lot of them. See, you got Ron, and Ron makes Creek Critter, and that thing's the bomb. So I would say attack Ron.
Yeah, for backpacking, for a backpack sluice, that thing's a bomb, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, I could try and knock off something similar to Ron's, but I'd rather just suggest a guy go get Ron's because it's a killer unit.
Yeah, it is. It's well built. You know, of course, he doesn't put that extra touch of the powder coat on it.
That's it. That is a funny story in itself, and I don't know if I take a lot of flack about it by making pretty sluice boxes, but you know, people like things that are pretty. What can I say?
Yeah. And like I said, that slick blade, that powder coat actually holds the gold too.
And one other thing that the powder coat does add to a box that people may not realize is aluminum is not, it's pretty sticky, right? So your water traveling down your aluminum sluice box is slowing down along the wall, right? So you're speeding up down the middle, you're slowing down the side, you got friction there. The powder coating is very slippery and removes some of that friction. So it does help a little bit in your slurry. I'm not going to say it completely changes the game, but it does aid a little bit.
Yeah, I got a chuckle out of that too, Jesse.
Ron says his boxes don't have any makeup.
Well,
you want
guys,
makeup? I'll put makeup on it.
It's about 11:45. We're 45 minutes in overtime, as
oh my goodness, how the hell that
would
happened?
put it. Because we've been having great conversations from the word hello, YouTubers and friends. So,
I'm generally the last one to leave parties, so sorry.
no worries.
Well, Jim is still alive. I'll get that flash raid link if anyone wants to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive. Maybe we'll keep him on for another hour. What do you think?
Flash raid, Brian's on it too.
Yeah.
Over at our friends Jim's live show going on right now, video call-in show. I'm gonna head over there. I'm sure Toledo Justice and Mr. Lodak and maybe even Placer Chaser and Brian. Thank you. Paul, thanks for jumping on. Placer Chaser.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, brother. Placer Chaser, thank you, sir. Mr. Lodak, thank you.
LBPA forever.
And Toledo Justin Dano, thank you as always.
Good night, gold diggers.
Wrong show.
Wrong show, yeah.
Also be able to make sure you check out Gold Prospectors Radio.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Thank you, Jaron.
Very good. Thank you, Jaron. Yes, Prospectors Radio every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Time at goldprospectorspace.com or prospectorsradio.com. And for the West Coast, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
As Swifty would say, West Coast Wednesday.
West Coast Wednesday. They're very good friends of ours. Go become part of the community at Gold Prospector Space. It's a great community from Greenhorn to Sourdough. You'll have a place there. And to win any of the great prizes they have, you have to be in the live chat room at Gold Prospector Space during the radio
Brian.
show. Brian, see you later, everybody. I hope
Hey, Brian, go over to Jim's show and call in, so tell him we're coming.
Call in, yeah. Everybody have an excellent Thanksgiving. Be careful out there. Tuesday, The 3rd of December, we're having Mike on from Baby Girl Mining. That should be another great show. So until then, may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's going to say next.
That's right, Jesse. Maybe one day too. Will you on the river? Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeehaw.
Thanks, Pa.